applying discrete probability, okay, we have 0, 1, and 2. Because when we toss a coin, okay, it's either 0, walang lalabas na coin, walang lalabas na head. It's either 1, may isang lumabas, or pwedeng 2, parehas na lumabas ay head. Now, equivalent nito sa other part is yung ating probability. Okay? Let's say 0.25, 0.5, and 0.25. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, sabi ko nga kanina, discrete probability distribution, each value has a specific probability. Okay? Meaning, yung 0 heads, mangyayari siya 25% of the time. 1 head, syempre, that is 50% of the time. And then 2 heads will happen 25% of the time. Now, let us define. Okay po. Sige. Sige, i-type nyo lang di dyan sa sa chat box at babasahin ko naman yan mamaya. Okay, let us define second one is yung ating random variable. Okay, ano si random variable? So, random variable is a variable whose value depends on the result of a random experiment. Meaning, okay, instead of being fixed, okay, it can take different values depending on the chance. Okay, let's say for example, we have here an experiment. Okay, ang aking experiment is rolling a die. Now, what will be my random variable here? So, basically, my random variable here, let's say, is the number that appears. So, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Okay, let's say, isa pang example, experiment. Inspecting a product. Okay, what do you think would be the random variable? So, the random variable here would be the number of defective items. Okay, nakukuha yung discrepancy uh, nung random variables doon sa discrete probability distribution. Nakukuha ba? Okay. Next, what about discrete random variable? Okay. So, unlike random variable itself, when we say discrete, we only take specific separated values. Okay? Ang mga examples na ibinigay dyan, okay, numbers of eggs that a hen lays in a given day. So, that should be a whole number. Wait lang class ha. Okay. So, ayun nga. So, discrete random variables, we are approaching whole numbers. So, that's why ang example dyan, number of eggs a hen can lay, it can't be 2.3. No, hindi man pwedeng isa't kalahating itlog. Okay. Next, number of defective items, hindi man pwedeng kalahati ng product defective. Okay. And then, another example, number of buses arriving in an hour. Hindi man pwedeng isa't kalahating bus. Okay. So, discrete random variable, it can be represented into several ways. Okay? Ano-ano yung mga way na yon? So, binigay na po dyan yung ilang example. Okay? Ang una po dyan, sabi dyan, it can be represented by, okay, by table. Okay, so, paano kapag ka-table? So, let's say we have here an X. Okay. Ito yung 0, 1, 2. Okay? Yung probability na equivalent niya is 0.3, 0.5, and 0.2. And you have to take note that the summation of all the probability should be equal to 1. Next representation would be the formula. For the formula, sabi dito, magbigay ng example dyan, an XX random variable represents the number of people waiting at the line. So, it happens to take the values 2, 3, and 5. When you add 2, 3, and 5, that is equal to 10. Kaya naman, yung denominator natin dyan is equal to 10. So, therefore, when we take the probability of each of those value, edi lalabas dyan 2 over 10, 3 over 10, and then 5 over 10. Kung i-represent mo siya sa algebra, okay, dahil nagbabago yung numerator, that is your x. So, therefore, your function will be x over 10 because x varies. Okay? Another representation would be through graph. Sa graph natin, madalas ginagamit dyan is yung ating histogram. Okay? Sa histogram natin, ano ba yung ginagamit dyan? Bars. Okay? Bars shows probability of each value. Siyempre, the higher the bar, okay? The higher the bar, the higher the probability. Ayan. Now, let us move on with the conditions. Conditions of a probability histogram. Ayan. So, for rule number 1, okay, for rule number 1, a valid probability distribution must follows, okay, this equation. So, 0 is less than or equal to 1. So, meaning, itong probability natin, okay, itong probability natin must be between 0 and 1. Again, between 0 and 1. Next rule, summation of f of x is equal to 1. Ito yun. Meaning, the sum of all probabilities must be equal to 1. Okay, katulad na example natin kanina, ito, 0.2 plus 0.5 plus 0.3. So, that should be equal to 1. Next, let us move on with probability mass function. PMF, it gives the probability of each value of a discrete random variable. Ayan, excuse me. So, mathematically, okay, kapag we are approaching probability mass function, we can represent it as, okay, f of x is equal to p, x is equal to x. So, p, meaning the probability that the random variable x is equal to x. Okay, let's say for example, okay, we have here number of defective items. Okay, again, okay. Say number of defective items. So, syempre, 0, 1, 2. Okay, let's say kunwari ay dalawa, dapat ay dalawang kuha mo ay hindi defective. Okay? So, meaning, yung probability na makakakuha ka ng 0 na walang defective, let's say 0.7, ito ay 0.2, ito ay 0.1, and again, this should be equal to 1. Again, itong mga pinagsasabi ko dito ay mga representation lang. Concept, kumbaga. Para mas mag-gets nyo kung paano ba siya gagawin. Okay, next. Let us try an example. So, a shipment of 20 similar computers Now, find the probability distribution for the number of defectives. Meaning, out of 20, there are 3 defective. If ikaw yung school, okay, bibili ka dun sa retail shop, okay, probability na ang makukuha mo parehas ay defective. Okay? So, when we are going to make, okay, or construct, okay, discrete probability distribution, yung magiging random variable natin dito ay ano? 0, 1, and 2. Tama ga? Kasi pwede na ang makuha mo is walang defective, may parehas good, isang defective, tapos dito naman, edi yung dalawang defective. Okay? Ayan. So, let x be a random variable whose values x are the possible numbers of defective computers purchased by the school. Okay? Let us neglect muna itong mga nandito na formula. Okay? Neglect muna natin. Okay? Let us solve this one, okay, dun sa way na nakasanayan natin. First, let us define what random variable is. Sabi dyan, random variable is the number of defective computers selected. Now, what would be the possible values of x? The possible values of x would be 0, 1, and 2. Dito, there are no defective items. Dito, 1 defective, 1 good. And then dito, 2 defective. Okay? So, meaning your x is equal to 0, 1, and 2. Now, understanding the situation, we have what? Okay? Meron tayong 20 computers. Out of that, 3 ay defective. Meaning, the total good computers is equal to 70. Okay. If you are going to choose 2 computers without replacement, meaning, we cannot choose that computer again. So, for case number 1, no, ang case number 1 natin dyan is ito. There are 0 defective. Again, ang case number 1 natin dyan, there are 0 defective. So, meaning both of the computers you selected are good. So, meaning when we are going to approach 0, okay, we will focus only doon sa good parts. And that is 17 over 20 times. Okay? Padalawang kuha mo, good ulit. So, that is 16 over 19. And what will be the answer for this one? Anong sagot dito? Chat box. For case number 2, sabi dyan, isang good, isang defective. So meaning, kung isang defective, that is 3 over 20. Isang good. Sa good, so meaning that is 17 over 19. Okay, ito ay 68 over 90 over 95. Okay, ito naman, ano tong case number 2? Okay. So that is equal to 51 over 190. Now what about case number 3? Sabi sa case number 3, we have here, ang isa daw ay, okay, teka. Hindi to 51 over 190. Ano nakakalimutan natin gawin? Ano nakakalimutan natin gawin sa case number 2? Oo. Ano nakakalimutan natin sa case number 2? Okay, sabi dito sa case number 2, isang good, isang defective. Ang nakuha lang natin kanina is ano? 3/20 times 17/19. Ito ay defective, ito ay good. Okay? Hindi natin na-consider kung paano kapag ka nagkabaliktad. Okay? What if ang nauna kong kuhanin is good, the rest ay, ang pangalawa is defective. Okay? So we should add this one pa sa 17/20 times 3/19. Okay? Kasi ito ay good, ito ay defective. And kindly solve kung anong lalabas dito. Okay. And kuha na natin yung tamang sagot, which is 51/190. Okay? Huwag kakalimutan yun, class, lalo kapag dalawang items lang, and then sabi doon isang good. So, pwede magkabaliktad yun. Next, for case number 3, okay, ang case number 3 natin dito, sabi dyan, probability that two defective computers. So, meaning, kung two defective, sa defective ka babawas, so that is 3/20 multiplied by 2/19. Okay? Paki-solve. Anong sagot dito? 3/190. Okay? So, meaning, even kahit hindi tayo gumamit ng combinations na ginawa natin kanina, we can still solve for the following probability. O, ano ba nangyari dito? Bakit naging ganyan yan? Dahil nga ito ay zerong defective, okay? So, meaning 3C0. Wala kang gagawin, wala kang kukunin. Dito sa good ka babawas, and that is 17C2/20C2. Combination. Ito naman, isang defective, isang good. So, 3C1 multiplied by 17C1 all over 20C2. And then for case number 3, this is 2 defective. So, 3C2 sa 17C0, kasi wala namang good doon, divided by 20C2. So, makukuha mo pa rin yung 3/190. Okay, next example. Sabi dito, suppose that a day's production of 850 manufactured parts contains 50 parts that do not conform to customer requirements. 2 parts are selected at random without replacement. So meaning, kinuha mo, hindi mo siya ibinalik. Okay? Let the random variable x equal to the number of non-conforming parts in the sample. Now, what is the cumulative distribution function of x? Okay? Ayan. Anong ibig sabihin ng problem na ito? So first, again, let us define the random variable. The random variable here, x, is equal to what? Number of defective parts. Or yung mga non-conforming parts. So meaning, okay, ano yung mga values values of x na ina-approach natin. So we have again three cases, 0, 1, and 2. Okay? Okay, sabi dito, kumuha ka ng dalawa. So meaning pwedeng walang defective, isang defective, dalawang defective. Okay? Ang hinahanap sa atin, cumulative distribution function. Function ang hinahanap. Okay. Let us solve first yung ating case number 1. Okay? Let us solve first yung ating case number 1. Burahin ko muna yan para mas magets nyo. Okay? For case number 1, probability that x is equal to 0. Meaning, there are no defective parts. So, out of 800 na good, okay, there are a total of 850. Sa 850, kasama na yung defective. Since dalawang good yung nakuha mo, mababawasan ng isa yung total good items divided by 850. And you should get an answer of 0.886. Okay? Okay, next case. Next case natin, case 2. Okay? So for case 2, the probability that x is equal to 1. So meaning, 1 good, 1 defective. Now, what would be the condition behind this one? So pwede, okay, pwede na 800 divide 850 times, okay, isang defective, 50 over 849. Okay. Plus, yung ginagawa natin kanina, 50 over 850 times 800 over 849. And what would be the answer for case number 2? Ano mo sagot din sa case number 2? Okay. 0.1109. Okay, or 111. Tama po. Ayan. And then yung case number 3 natin, okay, our case number 3 would be 2. Okay? Dalawa na defective. So meaning, kung dalawang defective, that is equal to 50 over 850 times 49 over 849. Pakisolve. Ano nakuha dito? Okay, 0.003. Ayan. Take note, kapag sinabi sa problem, ang hinahanap ay distribution function, ang isasagot natin doon ay hindi po ito. Hindi iyan at hindi iyan. Hindi dahil sa mali sila, kundi kulang sila. Okay? In order na masabi mong function, hindi kailangan meron equality. Kailangan kasama ito. Okay? Ano nga ibig sabihin nito? Okay. At 0, meaning less than or equal to 0, the probability is 0.886. Nakuha natin kanina. Isa dito, isang defective, isang good. Okay? So, 0.886 plus 0.111. This is 0.997. And then yung pinaka-last, parehas defective. Less than or equal to 2. E di 0.997 plus 0.003 na nakuha natin kanina. Ito yon. Kaya nakuha yung 1 na yan. Okay? So, dapat pagka-function, ang hinahanap, okay, edi ito yung may box. Hindi lang ito. Okay? Hindi lang yan. Kundi yung buong function. Nagigets? Okay, next. Punto naman tayo doon sa expected values of random variable. Maya ako. Okay. Expected values of random variable. When we say expected value, ito po yung ating tinatawag na mean. Mean or average. Okay. Average result of an experiment. Kunwari, sinabi ko, rolling a die. Average result when I roll a die. Okay. Kaya average result ng kunwari makakakuha ako ng isang head, isang tail. So, paano ko siya isosolve? So, the formula to be used for expected value is equal to x. Okay, so again, e of x, ito yung expected value ha, is equal to the summation of x times px. Meaning, we have to multiply each value by its probability. And then we add. In this case, sabi dito sa atin, ang ating experiment na ginamit dito is rolling a die. We all know na the possible values when we roll a die is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? And the probability ng each of them na lalabas is equal to 1 over 6. Meaning, when we are going to get the average result of rolls, simply multiply each value to the probability. So that is simply 1 over 6 times 2 over 6. Sorry, 1 times 1 over 6 plus 2 times 1 over 6. Ito yon. Or simply, basic algebra, ilabas ang 1/6. Multiply 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Okay. And makakakuha tayo dito ng average of 3.5 rolls. 3.5 rolls. Okay. Next example. Sorry, topic, binomial distribution. So, binomial distribution, meaning the model experiment has two outcomes. Ano yung mga two outcomes na yon? So, pwede dyan, success or failure, yes or no, pwede rin naman na pass or fail. Okay. So, there are also conditions under binomial experiment. Okay. The first condition here, una, dapat daw fix yung trial. Your trial is denoted as N. Next one, there are two outcomes. So, it's either maalin lang yun dito sa tatlong to. Third one, probability of success is constant. Okay. Then the fourth one, the trials are independent. Meaning, the outcome does not affect the outcome of one another. Okay. Flip a coin 2 times. Okay? Yun yung mga example ng independent events. Okay? So, yung mga possible variable doon, edi yung 0, 1, 2. 0 head, 1 head, 2 head. Okay, next. Binomial probability formula. Okay? Ano naman? Ayan. Ano naman ang formula for binomial probability? So, ito, nasa baba ang formula for binomial probability. P of x is equal to NCX multiplied by P raised to x times the quantity Q raised to N minus x. So, nung nakaraan, ang daming nagkamali dito. So, sobrang daming nagkamali. Now, itong part na ito is simply combination. Sa CalQ, yan ay NCR lang. N is your number of trials. And then X or R, edi yung number of success among those trials. Your P is your success rate. And then yung Q, yun yung inyong failure rate. Now, how do you get the failure rate? This simply, that is your 1 minus P. 1 minus success rate. Okay. Let's say for example, sample natin. Sample. Coin is tossed 7 times. Probability that 4 heads will appear. Okay. Now, paano natin siya isosolve? So, the best way possible para hindi ka malito dyan is isa-isahin mo muna yung given. You have here your N. Your N is the number of trials, which is 7 times. Your X is your successes. Sabi dyan, 4 heads yung lalabas. Ano pa yung ibang given? P and Q. So what is your success rate kung hindi ibinigay? Ano ba yung experiment? You toss a coin. So meaning, yung success rate na isang head yung lalabas, that is simply 1/2. Okay? Your P is 1/2. Okay? Your Q or your failure rate, of course, that is also 1/2. Because 1 minus 1/2 is 1/2. Okay, and then substitute. Okay? So that is 7 C4. What is your P? 1/2 raised to 4 times the quantity 1/2 raised to 7 minus 4. What would be the answer for this one? Anong sagot dito?
So may initial level, ang taas ng level. Bago siya makataas, sabihin, pagkataas na niya is converted by the atmosphere.
Anong sagot dito?
Ay ano lang ang that's simply emoji. Ibig sabihin, ng objecting natin is the height already affected by the marriage. So, ganun kapag piece of manometer. Medyo hirap obtain that exact at precise.
Okay. 3,108 o 274. So that is 35 over 28.234. Use yung ating fraction na lang para hindi tayo mahirapan. Okay, another example. A teacher developed 5-item multiple choice questions with 4 options in each item. So what is the probability that a certain student who randomly selects his answer will get exactly 4 correct answers? Okay. So what will be your x here? Okay. First, your n is 5. Your x is what? 4. Now, how about the P and Q? Okay. What is P and Q? Ano yung success and failure rate? Sa problem na ito. Ano ang inyong success and failure rate? Okay. Okay, let's see. Your success rate here is 1 over 4. Again, 1 over 4. And then your failure here is 3 over 4. Okay. Nakukuha ba po yun? And then after that, it is substitute doon sa formula. So that is 5C4, okay, times the quantity 1/4 raised to 4, 3/4 raised to 5 minus 4. Okay. Nakuha ga ito, class, kung bakit naging 1/4 at 3/4. Okay. Nakuha? Kasi ang sabi diyan, sabi dito, out of 4 correct answers, ano ang probability na makakakuha ka ng isang tamang sagot? O di 1/4. Yung mali, edi 1 minus 1/4, and that is 3/4. Okay. And this is equal to what? Okay, 15 over 1,024. Okay, next example, next topic, sorry. Cumulative binomial probability. Okay. Now, what about cumulative binomial probability? Kapag sinabi dito, cumulative, meaning we are finding probability for a range of values. Kaya siya tinawag na cumulative is because we add. Okay? Pinagsasama-sama po natin. Tulad nung ginagawa natin kanina. Okay? Tulad yan. Tingnan ito example na to. Okay. Sabi dito, when an unbiased coin is tossed 7 times, what is the probability of obtaining at most 3 heads? Okay? At most 3 heads. Ano po ibig sabihin nun? Ano ibig sabihin ng at most 3 heads? Ano ang pinakamalaking value? Chat box. Ano ang pinakamalaking value? At most 3 heads. Ano ang pinakamalaking value doon? 3. Okay? So, ano yung mga variable na kukuhanan mo? Ano yung ilang case meron tayo dito? Ilan ang cases natin? Chat box. Ilang case? Ilang case yan? At most 3 heads. Ilang case? Ilan yung pagpa-plus-plusin natin dyan? 4. Okay. Ano-ano yung 4 na yon? Ano yung value ng X dun sa 4 na cases? Chat box. Kung talagang naiintindihan. Okay. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Ay, yung 0, 1, 2, 3, kaya yung iba nagkakamali, hindi na pinagpa-plus. Natigil na dun sa isang probability. Ang kinuha lang is yung probability na 3. Litong-lito dun sa at least, at most, no? Kapag sinabing at least, ang pinakamaliit na value is 2. Okay? Pinakamababa na value is 2. So meaning, 2 pataas. Kapag sinabing at most, 3, edi 3 pababa. No? That malinaw yun sa inyo. Okay, next. Let us define, okay, define na natin dyan yung N at saka yung X, as well as the success rate. Bakit 1/2? Because our experiment is what? Tossing a coin. Okay? Tossing a coin, so that is 1/2, 1/2. So, applying yung formula natin, medyo matrabaho lang talaga. Kumbaga, ang nangyari dito, 4 na ganito. Okay? Ano ang nagagalaw diyan? Ang nagva-vary lang po diyan is itong part na ito. Yan. As well as, syempre, yung ating mga exponent. Yan. And then when you add this all, okay, ang equal po natin diyan ay di 1/2. Okay, naiintindihan ba kung paano nakuha yan? Nag-gets? Okay. Next, Poisson distribution. Okay. Poisson distribution is the probability distribution that results from a Poisson experiment. O anong ibig sabihin noon? Kapag ka Poisson distribution. Excuse me. So, katulad ng mga naunang topics na diniscuss natin, ang ating Poissons ay meron ding conditions. Okay? So, unang-una dyan, okay, it can be classified as successes or failures. The average numbers of successes is denoted as mu, or yung maarting U. Success will occur, that occur is proportional to the size of the region. And the probability that a success will occur is in an extremely small region is virtually 0. Ano pong ibig sabihin itong Poisson distribution? So ito ay ginagamit lang. It is used for counting events over time or space. Ibig sabihin, ang mga example nito, number of phone calls per hour, number of accidents per day, number of customers per minute per. Meaning when we are dealing with per, we are approaching average. Kinukuha natin yung average rate. Now, ano pong formula for per Poisson's distribution? So, the formula here is equal to P of X equal to E raised to negative mu okay, times mu raised to x divided by x factorial. Tatandaan yan. Now, what is x? Okay, x is the number of events. Your mu, okay, is the average rate. Okay, and then what is the value of e? Calcu. O, sa calcu na lang. No, that is 2.71828. Mahaba pa yan. Okay. Okay, let us try an example. Okay. So the average number of homes sold by Acme Realty is 2 homes per day. Now, what is the probability that exactly 3 homes will be sold tomorrow? Now, let us identify the given. Ang given natin dyan, ang average rate na ibinigay is 2 homes. Your X is the number of events. Now, yung event na gusto kong mangyari, 3 yung mabebenta bukas. So, that is 3. And then, simply substitute doon sa formula. So, it is E raised to negative 2 times the quantity negative 2 raised to x 3 divided by 3 factorial. Pakisolve. Okay. And that is equal to 0.180. So meaning there is an 18% chance of selling 3 houses bukas. Napakababa. Okay. Next, cumulative Poisson probability. Okay. Unlike dun sa una kong na-discuss, dito, we are going to find multiple events together. Okay. Multiple events together. Tulad nung kanina, cumulative, we are going to add and add and add. Meaning case to case na naman yan. Okay. Let's try an example. Sabi dito, the average numbers of lions seen per day is 5. Okay. The probability that the tourist will see fewer than 4 lions on the next 1 day safari. So meaning, okay, fewer than 4. Okay, probability, okay, less than 4. Kung less than 4, bakit mo isasama si 4? Okay? Your case should be probability na wala kang nakitang lion, probability na may isa kang nakita, probability na 2 yung nakita mo, at probability na 3 lion yung nakita mo. Okay, so meaning 4. 4 na probability yung pagpa-plus-plusin natin. Now, how will we solve this one? Okay, paano natin ngayon to isosolve? Okay. So, let us use the formula. Ano nga yung formula natin? Kanina, E raised to negative mu times x, okay, times mu raised to x divided by x factorial. Ang inyong mu, okay, ang inyong mu dito sa problem na ito is equal to 5. Okay? Your x will vary. 0, 1, 2, 3. And then yung E, 2.71828. So kapag kasinolve natin yan, E raised to negative 5, mu raised to 0. Ito ay 0 factorial. Next, plus e raised to negative 5 mu raised to 1, 1 factorial. Plus e raised to negative 5 mu to 2 factorial. Plus e raised to negative 5 mu 3 factorial. Okay. And pag pinag-plus-plus natin, ano yung true value na nakuha nyo? True value ha. Alam kong 0.26 yan. Ano yung true value na nakuha nito? Ano nakuha yung true value? Low? Okay. 0.2650 259153. Okay, and ito yon. So meaning, the probability of seeing no more than 3 lions or less than 4 lions is 26% or approximately 27%. And that ends chapter 3. Okay? So, yung discussion natin bukas, yung natitirang 1.5 hours, will be allotted for problem solving. Para naman, pagka tayo nag-quiz, okay, pag tayo po ay nag-quiz next week, di madami-dami ang maisasagot. If I'm not mistaken, okay, paparating na po ulit ang ating midterms. Okay? Ang midterm natin class ay week 9. Teka, check ko. Ayan, week 9. So, aside from problem solving, i-discuss ko din po bukas yung continuous probability distribution. Okay? Para kung kaya pa, isasama natin yon sa quiz next week. Okay? Ang mangyayari, ang isasama ko lang po sa midterm ay discrete at continuous. Yung joint ay ibubukod kong discussion. Kasi ang joint po is napakahaba. Bali yun lang isasama ko sa midterms. And then this week ay ibibigay ko na rin po sa inyo yung inyong problem set. Okay? Your problem set, again, ay ang pasahan nun ay di after na ng midterm. Kaya ko siya ibinibigay beforehand ay para po maging practice problems nyo. Para pagka nag-review, nasasagutan nyo din si PSET. So, ang poproblemahin nyo na lang po doon ay yung pagsusulat ng maayos. Okay? Ayun. Meron bang concern